What's going on, guys? That was a great meditation, and I wanted to reflect upon some of the things that I was investigating during my meditation and have a conversation with you guys about it. Today's meditation, I thought a lot about death. I don't know if you guys think about death and what's gonna happen after death, after life. If you ever wondered, like, man, what happens after death? Because one day we know for sure, everybody, like all of us, gonna die, right? If you believe that you're not gonna die, that's, I don't know, that's crazy. Because you see everyone dying, just to keep it simple, like I seen my grandpa die. I didn't see him physically die, but like he died. He got old and he died. My grandma died. Both of my grandmas died. My uncles died. My auntie died. So my friends died. So everybody's gonna die one day. That's what we have in our head. And different faiths, different beliefs believe, like different religions, different belief systems believe that there's gonna be a afterlife, and there's a heaven, and there's hell, and so I don't know what you believe. I'm very curious to find out, like, people that are on this channel or on my TikTok. What do you guys think? Like, is there gonna be an afterlife? So, that's the question where we could talk about that. But I want to discuss some things that I know from my meditation experience, and from learning ancient Dhamma, that what's to come and what happens after death. So energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. So energy that you are could only be transferred. It cannot be destroyed. It cannot be created. It could only be transferred, right? That's like the science law. But you came into existence from somewhere. If you think about it, before you became you, before Nisala became Nisala, what was the energy called before that? Is it the same energy? Is it a different energy that came into existence here as Nisala? What's going on? So where were you before you were you? You know what I mean? Like, energy came from somewhere. Like, so same way, when you die here, the energy gonna be transferred somewhere, unless if you neutralize it. That's a whole nother conversation. When I say neutralize, what I means is attaining nibbana, or attaining ultimate enlightenment, or becoming one with God, becoming one with Allah, becoming one with Christ, however you want to put it. But there's deeper meaning to all of those words that I just expressed. So going back to the conversation, reversing back, when I did some meditation with the guidance of Dr. Lalit Ranatunga, and I was able to see through those meditations, there's a particular discourse called Potalia Sutta. It's an ancient discourse called Potalia Sutta, and he teaches you how you could take certain aspects from that discourse and how you can meditate on it. So when I was meditating on it, you go to the jhana, or concentration level, where you're with your consciousness. You could see your consciousness, or at least the color or the light of your consciousness, and you could literally ask the energy, the consciousness, your own consciousness, or that's the image of God in a way, in my experience. They say in the Bible, You are a mirror. You are created in His image. So not this flesh that sweat, shit, and cry. Not this flesh. I'm not talking about this flesh. I'm talking about the spirit inside, the consciousness that's inside, that's powering up this vessel. So if you go deep into that, that meditation that was taught by Dr. Lalit Varnatunga, I was able to ask the consciousness, once I got to that level of concentration, what kind of work did I do before? So I was asking, what kind of work did I do before? A lot of people might ask, who was I before? And there's no answer for that, because there's no you. There's only God, or there's only energy. There's only the universe. The fact that you're thinking there's a you, there's an I, there's a self, there's me, myself, and I, always doing selfish prayer and all these things. Oh God, please, for myself, like I want a car, I want a house, I want to make sure my kids are okay, my wife is okay, my family's okay. You never do prayer for everyone else, for the world. Imagine everybody start praying for the world, for all the people in the world. Guess what? You're going to be taken care of anyways, because that's how the universal energy works. What you put out, you get back. Because you're energy. You send out vibrations. You're like an antenna that receives and send out information, like energy. So anyways, I did that meditation, and I was able to see some glimpses of my past life, where I was not from this planet Earth, and where the technology and information and everything that was there in that past life, the one before this one, was just out of the norm, out of norm, as in out of like what we see here on planet Earth. And I started to look back even further, and it just reversed really fast. And then I see I'm in a forest type of deal. And guys, I'm not taking any drugs or alcohol or like anything to see that this is natural meditation. You're able to experience this. If I was able to do it, you could do it. But you just have to invest that time and energy into learning these type of things. So going back to the meditation experience, I was in a forest, traveling inside the forest, and I felt this hunger that I never felt in my life before. Never. I haven't ever felt that kind of hunger before. And I was angry that I was hangry, and it was bad. It was bad. It was like 1,000, 10,000 times worse than any experience of hunger and anger that I experienced here on earth as a human being. And then I was afraid of my life, that somebody's going to take my life. That was how fearful I was in that moment, whatever I was seeing within that meditation. And then all of a sudden, I seen my hands, like when you, right now, I'm able to see myself in the camera. But are you able to see yourself right now? No. Like when we're experiencing life, walking around, moving around, we're not able to see how we look like unless we go in front of water to see the reflection off of the water, or we go stand in front of a mirror, But I felt like I'm within this, this a different vessel compared to a human vessel. And I see my hands moving, and I see the fur, all the fur. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm some kind of animal. In my meditation, I'm thinking, I'm some kind of an animal. I didn't know who it was. Then I felt the anger, all that stuff. And I seen a man with the bow and the arrow just moving around, looking to hunt. And I was thinking, I'm hungry, I'm mad. And all of a sudden, this urge came that I want to eat him, I'm going to do it. And then I just jumped and I bit his arm, and I felt the taste of his blood during my meditation. and I was like, what the hell? And I couldn't, I didn't like that taste feeling. I literally reversed back my energy into that moment where I was a wolf. That's what I realized. I was a wolf in the forest, one of, like, so many lifetimes ago. And I experienced a very critical moment in that life through my meditation right now. Not right now, but when I did that meditation before. I'm just sharing this story and the meditational experience with you guys where I was able to see my past life. And then I went and talked to my meditation teacher, Dr. Lalit, and he was able to go into his concentration and see what I saw, because we're not as in like literally, but get certain information, because we're all interconnected. We are all made of the same consciousness, energy. Consciousness is an element. The whole universe is made out of 7 elements. Was it 7 or 6? I think 6 or 7. So there's Patavi. That's the things of hardness, the element of hardness, like solid type of deal. Then we have Apo, Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasa, Vijnana. So there's like six elements. I don't want to get deep into the 6 elements right now. Maybe another video we could go deep into that. So let me go back to the meditation experience. And my teacher told me, you were a wolf. You were a wolf 700 lifetimes ago. 700. He was able to give me that information. I wasn't sure how many, because it rewinded like so fast. And then he said, you were a wolf 700 lifetimes ago. Look how powerful this meditation is. You were able to concentrate so hard. You were able to see a life that you experienced 700 lifetimes ago. Now you can see how the animal realm, what they experience, the hunger they experience, the fear they experience, the anger they experience, It's not like how we experience it, guys. These animals that we see around, they're hungry a lot. They're always hungry. They're always fearful. Even your dog or cat at home, you make a noise, they're like this. They're like anxiety, like they're going through a lot of stuff. And that's why in the ancient scriptures it says that, animal realm is one of the lower four lower realms. The lowest realm is the realm of hell. Then we have the realm of demons. And then we have the realm of the animals. And then we have the realm of the ghosts or the preta. So and then we have the humans. And then we have the divine beings. And then we have the spiritual beings. Spiritual divine beings. So there's 7 different types of realms in a way that there is existing in the universe where your energy could get transferred to. And then there's 31 different planes of existence that is out there in the universe that your energy could get transferred to. So there's a lot of information I got to share with you guys, but so going back to talking about death, I realized that all of these things, I seen my past lives, all these things, and one day I'm gonna die. That's for sure. But what am I gonna do before I die? I gotta share this information with you. I have to share the real information I have with you, because everybody, no matter where you are, who you are, how much money you have in your account, whatever it is that you might be experiencing in life, everybody's going through dissatisfaction, discontentness, which is included in suffering. Going through some sort of sickness, disease, old age, you name it, man. There's so many levels to suffering, and everybody's experiencing that. And the only way out of that suffering or dissatisfaction is not by going to heaven, it's not by going to spiritual realms, it's definitely not by going into ghost realm or the animal realm or the demon realm or the hell realms. It's not by that, or even it's not by being a human being, because we are a human being right now and we're still suffering, we're still going through dissatisfaction every single day, every single moment. Look at, if you calculate all the time that you were, like truly happy, truly satisfied with something. It could have been sex, it could have been some food, it could have been seeing the smile in your wife's face, it could have been seeing the smile of your kid's face. It could be none of that and being happy on your own. I don't know what makes you happy, but if you calculated amount of time that you were happy in this life, if you put it into an Excel sheet and put like, okay, I was happy for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, whatever. And then you make another spreadsheet for amount of time you were not happy and you were dissatisfied. Guess which time is going to be greater? You already know the answer. Amount of time we are happy in this life is very low. But it gets better as you go into higher realms. But in reality, if you really look into the truth, if you really look into it, we're not really happy. We're going through a lot of suffering and we are masking it. Literally masking it. And that's something I realized. And all these people you care about and love, they're all going to die one day. You're going to have to let them go. And if you stay attached to them, if you stay attached to your son, if you stay attached to your wife, if you stay attached to your car, your house, guess what's going to happen? If you're so super attached to it, you're going to end up becoming a ghost that is attached to that stuff. Because that's what you're asking the universe for. You're going to die and you're not going to be able to move on from that realm. Ghost realm. And if you die with anger, most likely you're going to go into a realm of a demon realm where you are a demon. I mean, this is information I got from the ancient scriptures. And if you are a person that's just like to the highest level, you have greed, hate, and delusion in your head, in your mind, you could go to hell. Like there's like 136 different worlds of hells that exist in this universe, within our universe, that we are here. That's crazy. So many realms of hell that exist according to these scriptures. They go into so much detail, and you can wonder, like, man, is this like freaking fake? Like, is this somebody trying to lie to us? No. There's a world that we cannot see, guys. There's a world we cannot see. That's the truth. Not everything is physical. We're only able to see so much with this flesh eye. That's why it's so important that you enable your third eye and start looking within compared to looking out. Look within, because the universe exists from here to the bottom of your feet. The entire universe, you can look within. You're connected to it. You're the antenna. You are the signal. You could literally connect to the entire universe if you fine-tune your mind, purify your mind, and connect to it. And you could get so much information. There's so much information available in the universal consciousness, or the consciousness. There's something called Namaloka, which I learned from Bhante Susilavansa. And in Namaloka, if you could connect to it, you are a certain percentage connect to it. That's how you get all these ideas and information from like this. It's kind of like a cloud in a way. So like, like in the IT world, there's like cloud. You connect to the cloud and you get all this information. Same way your consciousness can connect to this data and start learning things on your own. That's how in the ancient times people were able to figure out stuff in India and in Sri Lanka. come up with all these ideas because there's all these data from infinite amounts of time that exist. All these technologies that haven't been discovered yet. There's infinite amount of possibilities that we could create here on Earth. But guess what? You could keep creating, then you die. Then you are born again in another realm, and then you live that realm, and then you're dissatisfied. You're creating greed, hate, and delusion. And then you die again, and then your energy keeps going and going and going on a cycle. Birth, aging, sickness, death. Birth, aging, sickness, death. But if you are like me and you want to end that cycle, I'm not telling you what to do, but if you want to go in that cycle, that's all the power to you. But if you're like me and you want to neutralize that cycle, end that cycle, and be free from all suffering, and go into the realm of nothing compared to the realm of everything, because we're in the realm of everything, which includes suffering. But if you go into Nibbana and be free from suffering and get rid of that light, the lamp that keeps lighting everything, not in that sense, because like you could share your light with others. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, imagine a lamp that keeps burning and burning and burning, and then right when it's about to end, you get another lamp, and it's like a cycle: birth, aging, sickness, death. And then if you want to get out of the cycle, maybe that lamp example was a bad example, but like if you want to get out of the birth, aging, sickness, death cycle, you need to purify your mind. You need to get rid of greed, hate, and delusion. And then you need to start practicing and cultivating unconditional love, unconditional kindness, unconditional compassion, unconditional appreciative joy, unconditional equanimity, and then wisdom. And then we got to practice patience and understanding among one another. And it's a different shift of a mindset. You're upgrading your consciousness. You're upgrading your level of thinking by going into that space. And you could literally start learning these different techniques on how you could neutralize and how you could end the cycle of birth, aging, and death. And you will be much more satisfied and happier when you get closer to that. Because I've been practicing this teachings since I was a kid. I went deep into it when I was like 16. Start searching for the truth. Searching, why am I here? Who am I? Like, was I born to this family? But that search got me where I am today with this information. And I have to share it with the world. So I don't know if the stuff I said bring any value to you. I don't know if it made any sense to you. But if it did, save this video, share it. I know I talked a lot for like 23 minutes already. So like, just share it, Contemplate on death. Don't be afraid of it, because it's going to come. If you contemplate on it now and you set up your mind to face it, you'll be less afraid, because it's not good to die with fear. It's not. Do not let anybody make you... Death could be painful, but don't be afraid of it. It could only be painful if your mind is not ready for it. You could literally get set up so that way when the right time comes, whenever it is and however it's going to be, you're ready. You're happy to go. Because you've done great things in this world. You've done amazing work. You help people. You said kind words. You have upgraded your consciousness. And if you're a person that's listening to this and you have done a lot of bad things, a lot of sin, a lot of whatever. I've done a lot of crazy shit. Man, forget about that shit. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Like, forget about all of that stuff that you did in the past. Leave the past to the past. Let it go. Start right now. Be a better human being right now. Purify your mind right now. Help one another right now. Smile right now. Because your smile could save a life. There could be somebody that's depressed that see your smile and they were about to commit suicide. They change their mind because they seen your smile. Somebody just need to hear this And maybe they could say, hello, how you doing today? I hope you have a great day. And that little words that you share could impact that individual in an exponential way that you don't even imagine. So always smile. And, don't be afraid to contemplate on death. Think about it in your meditation. And then always cultivate that love, kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, equanimity, and wisdom. And so that was my experience today with my meditation, and I wanted to share all of that stuff with you guys. I don't want to just keep talking and take a lot of your time, but I hope this video finds you well and got some valuable information out of it. If you have questions and if you have doubts, whatever it is, it could be, just let me know, post it, or direct message me, ask me questions. I want to create a community where we could have discussions about this live on Zoom or live on Google Meets, where we could just have conversations, real life conversations, so we could become more spiritual and become more loving and caring for one another, so we could transform this planet. Because this planet really needs it. This planet right now really needs it. So it's all about sharing and caring. So I'm humbled and honored to share this information with you guys. There's so much more to share. So please like and follow if you want to hear this kind of stuff. And let's go live one of these days on Zoom or on Google Meet so we could all talk. If you guys like that, let me know. We could be open. We could be open about Christianity, Catholic, Muslims, you name it, Buddhists, atheists. We could all just talk. Man, let's just talk it out. Let's just figure out what's up. Because when it comes down to it, we're all in the cycle of birth, aging, sickness, death. Birth, aging, sickness, death. Birth, aging, sickness, death. And we need to get out of that. Because if heaven was eternal, it's eternal in human perspective. But if heaven was truly eternal, we wouldn't be here right now in earth, on earth. We would not. But we're here. And if earth was eternal, we're not going to die either, right? So you got to think, you got to be real. You got to be genuine, and if I'm wrong, I will definitely admit it. I'm not afraid to be wrong. None of us are perfect. Everybody have their flaws and mistakes. But what's important is we do our best now to get better. Okay? All right, that's enough talking. Holy shit, I gotta get to work. All right, it's 28 minutes and 25 seconds. Okay, all right, guys. Love you guys. Be well and happy. May the universe give you the best out of everything in life, and may all the good things that you want to do, may the universe guide you and bless you more and more and more and more. And I hope these conversations inspired you guys to cultivate unconditional love, unconditional kindness, unconditional compassion, unconditional appreciative joy, unconditional equanimity and wisdom. And may you have more patience and understanding. And may these words bring you strength and happiness and peace into your life. And in whatever religion or whatever faith you believe in, I pray, and please have a blessed day. All right, guys. Bye.